Hi, I'm Pastor Tosh, and I know that some of you may already be feeling incredibly intimidated or scared of the idea of going house to house knocking on neighbors' doors. It feels a little scary, out of your comfort zone, and people are gonna think that you want something, or maybe they're gonna slam the door in your face. Don't worry, I'm gonna show you how you can approach your neighbors in a simple way to let them know that you really do care about them. So first, I wanna encourage you to take a step of faith. Look at what the Bible tells us in 1 Corinthians. So my dear brothers and sisters, be strong and immovable. Always work enthusiastically for the Lord, for you know that nothing you do for the Lord is ever useless. It's most important to go in faith, but I do want to equip you so that it won't be awkward or confusing. So before you go, you need to prepare what you need to take: brownies, your notepad, and a pen. Now that you have everything you need, pray. It is so important to pray before you go. This is more than delivering a snack to the people who live near you. This is an act of love and an act of faith. So invite God to lead you in this. Just say, God, I really want to love my neighbor better, and I want to care for those people that you have placed around me. Would you help me to connect? Will you provide everything that is needed for me to be a more loving neighbor? Thank you. Amen. When we go to God and ask Him for things that He has already told us that He wants us to do, then He's more than willing to help us. He wants to. So it's always great to start with prayer. Now, there are 4 simple parts that make this approach effective. When you bring the brownies to your neighbor and they open the door, you'll first start off with a simple introduction. Hi, I'm Tosh, and I'm from the greenhouse on the corner. If you already know them, you don't need to do that introduction. But if you don't know them, it's a real simple step. And it's important to let them know where you're from so that they know you're not just some random door-to-door salesman or advertiser trying to get something, but you're actually from this neighborhood and you're one of them. After you introduce yourself, you can offer them some brownies. Some of you have been in the neighborhood for a long time, but you don't really know your neighbors, and you feel like this is gonna be awkward. But this next part will help you regardless of whether you've known them for a long time or if you're just getting to know them. The key is to start from a place of humility and wanting to grow to be more like Christ. Here's what I mean. After you introduce yourself, say, I've recently been thinking about how I want to love the people around me better. And I've realized that I want to be a better neighbor to everyone around me. And so I decided to make some brownies, introduce myself, and let you know that I am a neighbor that cares about you. This is a simple way to show them that you don't want anything from them. If you've been around that neighborhood for a decade and you don't know who they are, it's okay to say, I realize that I haven't done a great job. It takes away any awkwardness because it's just letting them know that you want to care for people more. The third thing you can do is ask them, is there anything I can pray for? It may sound crazy to ask that before you even know if they believe in God, but this is just letting them know that you care. It's not forcing them to believe anything. It shows that you care about the things in their lives. You do not need to solve their problems. If they're having some financial difficulty or they've lost somebody close in their lives, we can just empathize. Let it sink in. Don't just hear the words and write them down. Think about how that would make you feel. Think about how painful that would be. And you can say, I'm so sorry. I will be praying for you. If you feel like they're needing prayer right then and there, you can say, can I pray for you now? And you can pray for what they ask for. You can pray something like, God, I pray that you would give this friend of mine comfort. They're going through a really tough time. Help me to know how to love this person in their situation. And all of that can be extremely impactful. So many people would love to be prayed for, but they don't know how to ask. And if you don't feel comfortable praying right then, it's okay. But whether you pray there or not, make sure that you write it down. That's why you have this notepad. You can take notes so that they know that you are serious about praying for them. Let them know that over this next month, you'll be praying for them. You can say, if there's anything else that you'd like prayer for, you can always let me know. I don't have all the solutions, but if there's anything that I can do, please let me know. That's all that it takes. You don't need to tell them that they need to do something or come to church. You're letting them know that you care. And the fourth thing that you want to do is to say thank you. You can just say, thank you for taking the time and letting me come and get to know you a little bit more, for letting me hear what's going on in your life. And I look forward to learning how I can be a better neighbor. So the 4 key parts that go along with giving the brownies are your introduction, letting them know that you want to be a better neighbor, asking how you can pray, and thanking them. I know that there can be fears and worries, but I know that you can do this. It's going to be amazing. I love you and I'm praying for you and I am so proud of you. Be sure to check out the next video on how to pray for your neighbors to get some simple tips on how to make the most of this opportunity with the little time that you have.